Alright, so we're getting ready to torque down these bolts. What you're going to need is a torque wrench. You see that I've got one set to 54 pounds. You're going to go in the order according to the manual, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think, let's see, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you're going to torque a third of the way down, move to the next bolt, third, then you're going to repeat twice until you're all the way down. You'll hear it click when it's torqued down. Now, I didn't used to have a torque wrench. I now do because my buddy Joseph, who's super cool and generous, he was thinning out his tools, and he gave me actually that whole toolbox with a whole bunch of random tools. One of them being a torque wrench, which I didn't have, and another one of them being this random bit. There's just like 3 or 4 of these random bits that are basically like Allen keyed ones. But here's the deal, I would not be able to finish this project today because the auto parts stores are closed and I would never have had that, but I'm going to need it, and it happens to fit this perfectly. So these are those super hardened bolts that will withstand the extra pressure made by my higher compression cylinder head. So what I'm going to do is set this here, we're going to record, and I'll just, show this in fast forward. Well, yeah, one other thing is you're going to dip the threads in a little bit of motor oil just to make it a little bit easier. Well, I'm thanking people, this motor oil is from my friends Jenny and Rob, who just moved recently, and I'm sad about that, but I was kind of pleased that they're cleaning out the garage and they gave me this motor oil, because I am now using it, so that's helpful. Let's see. Here. Another person I should thank is my buddy Kevin Nieto, because he is like just an absolute master mechanic. And he has been my emotional support through all of this. Every time I get freaked out, I call him and run things by him, and he's been super helpful in being nice to me when I'm stressed out, like on the side of the road with the blowing up Geo, or when I begin to take this thing apart and get it into too many pieces. I actually had him, he just stopped by the other day for a couple minutes, and I walked him through what I thought I was going to do to fix this thing, and he gave me some tips, including putting oil on the tips of these bolts to make my job a little bit easier, so, and not trick the torque wrench. So last bolt here, I said my goal is to get all of the bolts put in, so I have nothing left over at the end. And he said, oh yeah, you might have some left over. Those are called bonus bolts. So we'll see. Hopefully there are no bonus bolts, but actually there will be, because I used some new stuff from that came with my cylinder head. So, alright, now we're ready. Torque wrenches don't ratchet, so I think what I'll do is I'll get it started with the regular wrench and then just torque it down with that one. That seems reasonable, right? That's a ways down. Oh yeah, here's the one that I couldn't find, the exhaust thing. I figured that guy out. Alright, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and get these kind of just wrench tight, not super tight, but in the order that we're supposed to go. Alright, so let's just wrench tight. Let's turn on perhaps. That's real. Feeling resistance, I'm just going a little tap past that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so 54 is what we're going for. That was a good turn. I'm going to go around. Okay, I think we got it. So we've got the head now is installed. That's exciting. So now we got to put it all back together, which includes like doing the timing belt and all that nonsense. So before we do that, one of the things that Kevin suggested I do is take like just a little bit of motor oil, like a quart or whatever. Pour it over everything in the engine real good, just in case there's any little metal flakes from machining or whatever. You're kind of just rinsing that down, and then we'll drain that. Yeah, dude, and a minute ago, this caught my eye. I found this little piece, like, tucked in right there, so I don't know. Dude, I have no idea how that got there. If that was probably during me doing all this nonsense, got it on there, but super sketchy. So that's going to drain down into the engine. That'd be good. And then we'll drain it. Dude, that looks legit.